thank you for being here on this very important day when we get to announce core stage complete for, in fact, the SLS rocket, the most powerful rocket ever built in human history.
Well, when did you find out that we were going to the moon in 2024?
I did not know until I read your website.
I mean, I stay pretty updated with stuff just through Twitter, I guess.
I think I learned around the time that it was announced.
August of 19.
Well, I don't really think it's a good idea to go mess up other planets just because we've messed up ours so much. Like stopping mining on Earth just to go do it somewhere else doesn't really feel right either, because I mean, I know there's not really other inhabitants on the planets that we would be if we went to Mars to mine, it's not like we would be hurting the wildlife there, because there is none.
From sitting just on the surface of the Earth here, where our bodies are incredibly happy with the temperature and pressure and food and daylight cycles and winds and everything. And you're putting us up in this environment where our bodies are not designed to do this at all.
Life on Venus, and we've got some evidence to suggest that there might be microorganisms in clouds on Venus. Because of we detected phosphine, and it's usually in the amounts that we detect it, it's usually produced on Earth by anaerobic organisms.
So Cold Arm is all about testing the bulk metallic glass gears and power transmission systems.
Oh, right.
For cryogenic environments. So that's going to hit soon as a technology demonstration, primarily to see if they can go into. So right now they've got it tested down to negative 100 degrees Celsius.
There's been some launches up to the space station, but not a major launch where we're sending people to do unexplored new things like they did in the 60s, where everybody would gather around their televisions with bated breath and watch these things. And it would be great to see.
The fact of the matter is that only at any given time, only about half of the American people were in favor of it, largely for the reasons you just mentioned. We have poverty here on Earth. We have all these problems that we need to solve. Why are we putting money into sending people to the moon? So human nature being what it is, I think the reactions would probably be similar.
Our galaxy or our solar system is continuously moving. We are moving at some light year speed. So we are going to impact, or we are going to collide with some other galaxy or some other solar system. And that's how we are going to end our human race.
If we just don't think about the issues of the rest of the world because we don't see it. So it would make sense that a lot of people would have the same mentality towards the moon. As long as you don't see the other side of it, then it's not your problem to deal with.
Just running a society on some other planet, how does government work? How do laws work? Who owns what? How do you buy land on the moon? Is that something that we can do? What about the environment on these other planets? How do we, ensure that we're not contaminating things? And how do we ensure that we have already looked every single possible place for life on these planets?
If you decided to have a digital consciousness, or even a partially digital consciousness, at what point is that at what point are you versus a copy of you? And you.
Let's figure 300 million, and let's say that the budget is, say, around 21 billion. So that means, you're looking at about $70 per every person in the U.S.
Right. Is that really a lot of every year, for the whole year?
We learned that space was a vacuum. There's nothing out there. Well, there are stars, but in between the stars, there's nothing. Well, we now know that's not true. There's all sorts of tiny to large particles flying around all out there. So it's interesting to watch the level of knowledge increase over time.
And a
Biosphere too?
biosphere too, yeah, exactly. So they made the whole situation. My ham radio mentor, he was telling me about it, and I didn't get a chance to visit it. But he said, Prasad, they have all the 3 seasons, monsoon, winter, summer. At the same time, you can see the actual desert, the forest trees, and then the beach.
Okay, thanks a lot, Nathan. Thanks for doing this.
You bet. Thank you for participating.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye.